So you say you get more points.
I want points. Give me points.
Hmm.
Do you want me to
I
elaborate on my points?
I may also get partial, somewhat points if we're going to say about Gentleman Criminal's quirk. If
Did
that
what,
was
what
his
quirk?
quirk,
What quirk did you say he had?
I gave the broad topic of matter manipulation, and it seemed.
That's such a broad topic. I don't that you could qualify so much shit under that. I don't think it's fair to give any points out.
Okay,
Like unless it was exactly that.
fair enough, but unless it was like for a comedic effect, he somehow bounced off of the asphalt on the road onto the building.
Hmm. I mean, there was that other point too that I think we missed. I heard other people talking about it that apparently when he got when they did that whole like cut to black at the convenience store, apparently the building was being like jellyified. Like it had the jello quality to it.
Oh,
So I missed that. But if that was in fact there, then there was a hint to what his quirk is. Because I'm going to assume that yes, he is in fact the one causing the. You know what? I'm just going to call the quirk Jello until we know otherwise.
I am going to call the quirk rubber.
I don't know, man. I like Jello better.
Okay. Okay.
So about my points.
Yes.
So we're jumping to the ending here for this one, like 3/4 of the way through or whatever. Uh, we find out that All Might's never been using 100% of his power all the time, and he's been doing the whole oh hey, like the second before the impact happens is when you power up.
Just like the Goku blue red power swap.
Mm-hmm. So that's been a thing. So I would like my points, please. Yes, that is not the way he used it to defeat Chisaki, but that is what he's going to do from now on. I would like points.
I may get 1 or 2 points because this is a lighter arc, and
You called that last week.
I was laughing so hard at them forming the band.
To be fair, I did not expect Bakugo to apparently be an insane drummer.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to find out. I do like what he said though when they were like arguing about how to do the whole the band thing. Like
We're
he
going
over
to kill them with our sound.
yeah, that the idea of like, look, we got to make sure we do this right. But you know, he says it in classic "I'm an asshole" Bakugo fashion. He basically says, "Hey, we got to do this right, otherwise, what the fuck are we doing?
Classic Bakugo.
Like, otherwise, it's not worth it." Like, he is definitely that rough and tumble kind of person that's going to tell you straight to your face, which is at least a very appreciable part of his character. I'm trying to think of what else to throw in here.
I kind of
Jiro's
felt
got an amazing voice.
an even more reason for you to like her.
This is true. Even more reason that she is best girl.
I kind of found it hilarious how Sticky Hair Boy, he,
Oh, Mineta.
yeah, he broke the fourth wall by saying, my character design makes it impossible for me to play the guitar.
Yes, I forgot about that, but yes, that is like the best. I love the fact that he completely broke the fourth wall with that one. Can we just make him do that instead of just being the pervert of the group now?
Yes.
I would much prefer that.
His quick meta awareness.
That would how about he just breaks it like he does things Deadpool does, like in what was it, Marvel vs. Capcom? I think it was 3, where he straight up just takes his own health bar in the game and just smashes his opponents.
I've seen that.
Can we just have Mina to do that instead? He'd be such a better character.
Oh my god, having somebody be
Like
self-aware like that would be great.
there'd be a scene where he just straight up grabs like the page of the manga and tries to turn it, or in this case, like the animation frame.
Yes. Yes.
Like it would make him such a better character. God, what else was going on? I'm trying to remember. This is sad because I literally just watched it like a couple hours ago.
There's Gentleman and La Brava.
Oh yeah, they talk about going to the school festival, which you said, and we more or less kind of confirmed that yes, we both think that that's going to happen now.
So,
Last episode,
so do you think La Brava has a quirk, and what is her quirk?
I would imagine she has a quirk. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's something to do with the internet. I don't know.
Do you think she has the hots for Gentle, or is she just a fangirl?
I mean, aren't those one and the same kind of?
Good point.
Like, I feel like, especially when it comes to like anime and shit, that's literally the same thing.
Mm.
But I mean, like, think about it. And let me pull this one out. How many people were super into Justin Bieber at the time? Right?
Okay.
Like, my point.
That's
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, same shit.
that's right. More points for you.
They're all, they're all just kind of the same. Like, I hate to ruin it for you. That's quite literally the trope, unfortunately.
I'd be interested to know what her quirk is.
I'm curious. It would be interesting if she doesn't have one and she mirrors Deku in that way. Where it's like she has that person she looks up to. Hell, she's even working with him, but she does not have the quirk. She's just super talented when it comes to video.
I am going to say she has a quirk, but I can't even guess what it is. You say it has something to do with technology.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just spitballing ideas. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing to anything at this point because there's nothing to go on.
Okay, hopefully next week we can get a clue of what her quirk may be.
What I found really interesting was when what was it? Gentle's giving his monologue, and we get these shots of like previous people, and that before we had heroes and villains, it was way more ambiguous as to who was who. And that seems to be what he's after. That like very vague sense of right and wrong, which I find really interesting.
So he is a androgynous citizen of the people.
I guess you could call it that.
15 plus, everybody.
I mean, I don't know if I would say androgynous would be 15 plus, but I mean, it is a big word that younger children would not understand.
Fair enough.
What else did we really get? Oh, we got to see what Aerie looks like in like actual casual clothing, and she looks freaking adorable.
Yes.
I am super curious how this pans out for her, like meeting everyone. In some cases, again, in other cases, for the first time. Because you have to imagine, like, she was shut away. How much actual interaction has she had with people that hasn't been like one or two at a time, maybe three at most? Being surrounded by all these UA kids at the same time.
Will she be overwhelmed and might her quirk start to activate, but Deku and Lemillion being there will help her control it?
I don't think so, because they kind of pointed out with the horn being as small as it is, there's an extremely unlikely event that it would trigger.
Oh, so the length of the horn does determine whether or not she has the ability?
Whether or not she has the power source for it, and it seems like that's the case based on what the doctor said last episode.
Okay, okay. Just confirming.
Mm-hmm. What else actually happened in this episode? Because I'm actually trying to remember again.
Well, there were a few scenes of Gentle and a few scenes of them talking about we need to do music, we need to do a band.
Yeah, a lot of it was just figuring out who was doing what. Tokiomi doing the guitar actually makes a lot of sense for what he is. Because he's, the dark, brooding hero.
And I Can't Stop Twinkling is the disco ball.
That was a brilliant idea.
And he's
Team
completely
Snowman.
okay with it.
Team Snowman.
And he's completely okay with being a disco ball.
Hey, look, he gets to twinkle. I don't think he's going to complain. That's his favorite thing to do.
Oh my god. I think this was a pretty good episode because it wasn't so in your face serious like it normally is, which isn't bad, but it's good to have lighter episodes every now and then.
No, you definitely need those. I don't think you like avoiding those is bad. I just wasn't sure where we were going from here because it was already super dark at that with the last one.
Do you think the fight between Deku and Gentle, which is bound to happen, will be a less serious fight?
I'm more curious if Deku's even going to fight. Like, do we think it's going to come down to Gentle and Deku, or do we think someone else is going to take that fight? Or will it be a team fight?
I think 70% saying Deku and Gentle will fight.
Like, as a one-on-one, though, is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Because, I mean, they only have 2 people breaking in. And there's how many students in the hero course, not to mention teachers?
1A has 20-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's 2A.
Or 2A, yeah. What about them?
So I'm not too sure if there's anything else.
There's also the techies.
And there's also like 2B or would that be?
I think it was 2A or 2B. It's one of those two. I don't remember.
Or whatever the
secondary class was that we saw back in the school, the other festival arc.
Yeah, and don't forget about the second year students there.
Mm-hmm. And the third year, like the 3 we saw.
So I would say,
not to mention teachers, not to mention the fact that the tech people that make like the suits and stuff that are there can technically do their own shit with that technology they got.
Maybe about 200.
Which makes me wonder if it's going to be one-on-one because there's going to be so many of them around.
Huh. Deku's the main character.
I know, but that doesn't mean he'll get all of the fights. Like, we got an episode with Kirishima fighting in the last arc.
Fair enough. But if it does turn out to be Deku and Gentle,
I'm not disagreeing yet. I'm just curious.
I demand points if it happens.
Half a point.
3/4 points?
Half.
Oh.
Because you're only saying 70%. You're not committing. And I'm not disagreeing yet.
Can I get 70% points then?
No.
Alright, fine, I'll get half. Half of 50 is still 25.
Oh my fucking god.
Anything else about this episode?
Not that I can think of offhand.
So I guess this wraps up this episode?
I think so. I don't think there's really anything else to point out here.
Okay, we'll Do you think the invasion will start next week, or will there still be another episode before that?
Based on the preview, it very much seems like it's going to be the announcement that Gentle puts out than anything else.
Hmm.
It doesn't really seem like it's going to be the start of anything.
Is everything okay there on your desk? I hear a lot of noise.
No, everything's fine. It's the puppy playing with her own toys.
Oh my god.
Just tossing it around and stomping on it and going nuts with it.
That is hilarious and adorable.
Now, if only she could do that on command, we wouldn't have as many problems as we have trying to eat sometimes.
We could also turn that into a video.
What, her playing with her own toy? I mean, yes, it would be adorable. I don't know that that would make, like, for good entertainment considering the stuff we do. It'd be a little out of place.
Fair enough.
I mean,
So-
unless we have a comment section demanding puppy videos.
So, catch everybody next week when Gentle will drink his tea.
Delicious, delicious tea.
Later.
See ya.